Good morning, students. Hope you all are good and staying at your home safely. So, students, today I'm going to start my chapter, that is chapter 6, My Childhood by APJ Abdul Kalam from Beehive book. So, in this chapter, this lesson is an extract from the book Wings of Fire. Means Wings of Fire was written by APJ Abdul Kalam itself. That was an autobiography. And here in this chapter he had the extract is taken from the book which he had written, that was Wings of Fire, and that is taken from the Wings of Fire. The extract is taken where he had described his childhood. So in My Childhood was written by APJ Abdul Kalam, and in this chapter we are going to read about the APJ Abdul Kalam's your childhood. So this is the introduction part. Then I have written the characters and the highlights of the chapter. So introduction goes like this. This lesson is an extract from the book Wings of Fire, the autobiography of APJ Abdul Kalam. It talks about his childhood, during which he earned his first wages. During this time, he faced religious discrimination and was able to overcome it with the support of others who were not like traditional people. He was motivated by the science teacher to undertake higher studies. So, here the introduction goes like I have already told you that it talks about his childhood, where in which he how he had earned his first wages and how he had faced the religious discrimination and how his science teacher has motivated him to to take the higher studies. So in this chapter that is explained. So the first character is your Abdul Kalam. As a child, he earned his first wages and faced religious discrimination. Then, the second character was Shiva Subramaniam Iyer. He was the science teacher who reformed his wife by setting an example. I will tell you how he had set an example by through his wife. Then Ramananda Shastri, he was Kalam's closest friend, during childhood, who was upset when he could not sit beside him in the class. Now I'll go with the highlights of the chapter. So the first highlights of the chapter is where the like you can say the summary of the chapter also. The first one is birth, childhood and first earning of Abdul Kalam. So students, Abdul Kalam was born in the middle class Muslim family in 1931 in the island town of Rameshwaram, that is Tamil Nadu. In his childhood, he was greatly influenced by his parents as his teachers and his friends. So, in his childhood, he was greatly influenced by his parents as his parents was he belongs from a middle class Muslim family. So he was greatly influenced by his parents, his teacher, and his closest friends who were Hindus. So Abdul's father, Jalaluddin, was not much educated, but he was a very generous and kind person. He was not rich, but provided a secure childhood to Abdul and his brother and sisters. Abdul's mother name was Ashima. Abdul inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. Now, Abdul Kalam ji earned his first wages by working as a helper to his cousin. And how he had earned his first wages, that I will told you when I'll go with the explanation part, paragraph wise, where he had earned his wages through selling the newspaper. So his cousin name was Samsuddin, who distributed newspaper in Rameshwaram. When the Second World War broke out in 1939, Abdul was only 8 years old, and there was a great demand of tamarind seeds at that time. So tamarind, you all know that is a imli. So that was tamarind seeds at that time. So there was a great demand of tamarind seeds at that time. So Abdul used to collect those seeds and sell them in a market, in the local market where he was living, means in the Rameshwaram. So now the second one was incidents of Abdul childhood. So what was the incident that was goes with the Abdul Kalam ji? He had described in this incident through his this incident. So the first incident which was held was in his childhood. He had three close friends. First was Ramanandan Sastri, the second one was Arvindam, and third one was Shiv Prakashan. All these boys were from Orthodox family. Orthodox, you all know that. I guess you all know that what is Orthodox means. The persons who belongs like a traditional family. Basically, a Orthodox means traditional family. So the his closest three friends were belongs from a Orthodox family, and they were Hindu Brahmin families. So what happened when he was in the fifth standard, a new teacher asked him not to sit in front a row along with the along with the high caste Brahmin boys. That was his friend Ramanandan Sastri. So Abdul found Ramanandan Sastri crying when he got up and went to the last row. Means his new teacher came there, and when he saw that this one, your Abdul Kalam ji was sitting at the front row with his friend Ramanandan Sastri, so he did not like it, and he ordered Abdul Kalam to sit at the last row. So when he stand up and he went to the last row, his closest friend Ramanandan Shastri start crying, and he did not like that his friend has was sitting at the last row. So now and where his teacher don't like that a Muslim boy is sitting with a Brahmin boy. So Abdul found Ramanandan Sastri crying when he got up and went to the last row. So this made a lasting impression on Abdul. So Abdul also don't like it. So this matter was brought to the knowledge of a Lakshman Sastri, who was the father of a Ramananda Sastri, and he was the head priest of the Rameshwaran temple at that time. So when Ramanandan Sastri's father came to know about this incident, that the teacher had ordered Abdul Kalam to sit at the back side because he did not like that a Muslim boy is sitting with a your Brahmin boy. So he told the teacher that he should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in the mind of innocent children, and the teacher accepted his mistake. So he just ordered the teacher that he should not do all these things, means he should not spread the social inequality in the mind of children, and don't do this, and you should apologize from Abdul Kalam. So he accepted his mistake, and he just apologized from Abdul Kalam. Now the next one was casticist actions of Abdul's science teacher. Now this is the second incident. So on the other hand, Abdul was greatly influenced by his science teacher Shiva Subramaniam Iyer. He learned the lesson of breaking social barriers from him. Means Shiva Subramaniam Iyer was also he also belongs from an Orthodox family, but he don't like it all those religious discrimination. So he Abdul Kalam learned the lesson of breaking social barrier from his science teacher. Once upon a time, Iyer invited him to his home for a meal, where Mr. Iyer's wife was an Orthodox Brahmin who refused to serve food to a Muslim boy in her so-called ritually pure kitchen. मीन्स जो उनके साइंस के टीचर थे, उन्होंने एक बार उनको अपने घर पे लंच पे बुलाया अब्दुल कलाम को. अब्दुल कलाम जी क्या थे, वो जब वो गए वहाँ पर, सो मिस्टर अयर्स वाइफ had refused to serve the food to Muslim boy because he don't like the Muslim boy in her social so-called ritually pure kitchen to the food which was made by her to serve it. So Iyer served him with his own hand and sat down beside him to eat his meal. Where Mr. Iyer means the science teacher served him with his own hand and also sat beside him means Mr. वो कहाँ बैठे उनके बगल में बैठे and he also eat with him. Now he convinced his wife to serve Abdul with her own hands next time he came, thus successfully changing the conservative attitude of his wife. After this incident, Mr. Iyer told he just successfully changed his wife mind, that is a conservative mind, by telling him some more incident, by telling her some more incident about Abdul Kalam and telling her that he was a very good boy and you should not follow all these things, it should not like this. So he just changed his wife mind, and next time again Mr. Iyer had called Abdul Kalam for the dinner time, and now this time Mrs. Iyer means the science teacher's wife. Mr. Iyer's wife had served the food with her own hand, and he successfully, like in this way, he successfully changing the conservative attitude of his wife. And this was the second incident which was happened with Abdul Kalam. Now, last was the Abdul gets permission for higher education. So, for higher education, Abdul asked permission from his father to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in that is a Ramanathapuram, and his father happily gave permission so that Abdul could develop his own career, and his father convinced his hesitant mother by quoting Khalil Gibran, who had said that parents are meant for children, like parents are means for children to become independent from them. They do not belong to the parents themselves, means जो children होते हैं they just belongs to the themselves. The parents had give them education, proper like culture, everything, but the children are there, like they can make their own life. Every parents has given the give the freedom for every children to become or to live their life fully and independently. So these are the chapters highlight, students. I'll just go with the again in very short terms, give you the highlights of the chapter which I had explained you. Like Abdul Kalam was born into a middle class Tamil Muslim family in 1931 in Rameshwaram. The family though was middle class, but his father provided all the basic necessities, and Kalam had secured childhood both materially and emotionally. Abdul earned his first wages by helping his cousin Samsuddin in his business of distributing the daily newspaper in Rameshwaram. Abdul was much influenced by the qualities of his father, teachers, and friends. He was very friendly with three Hindu boys, like one of whom was a Brahmin who sat next to him in the class in the front row. So once a new teacher asked Abdul to sit in the last row in class because he was a Muslim boy. So this made his Brahmin friend crying, which made a lasting impression on Abdul. So after this, when the Brahmin boy's father came to know about this, he scolded the new teacher for spreading communal intolerance. And Abdul also learned the lesson of breaking a social barrier from his science teacher, who was also a Brahmin. The teacher invited Abdul home for a meal, but his teacher's wife, was a very being orthodox, refused to serve Abdul in her kitchen. Then the teacher himself served Abdul and also sat with him to sit, and this convinced his wife to serve Abdul herself when Abdul visited the next time. And when Abdul was grown up and the Second World War had ended, Abdul took his father's permission to go to the district headquarters for higher education. So his father joyfully permitted him to go and grow. So in this way I had given you the introduction, characters and the chapter highlights again, so that tomorrow I will be explaining you the chapter, like explaining you the paragraph line by line, and just mark the difficult word. You all have a book. If you don't have a book, you have a e-book. You can just write down the difficult word in somewhere, copy, and you can ask me in your WhatsApp classes. So students, just take care and read the chapter once again. Thank you students, take care and bye bye.